Good day. This is Lateesha with Soul Spread Wisdom. And today is October 2nd, 2020. It is the day after the full moon in Aries, which was a really, really big deal. Lots of challenging aspects in the sky. And this, for me, is almost a personal recorded journal entry, if you will. For me, this new moon in Aries was at 9 degrees of Aries, making an exact square to my Mars, which is at 9 degrees of Cancer. That Mars sits in my 12th house, and the new moon, the full moon was in my ninth house in Aries, making a conjunction to the transiting Chiron. And I must say that I am definitely feeling these energies, these restrictive energies. And then Mars is making the transiting Mars is making a square to transiting Saturn, which is in Capricorn, and Mars is in Aries. And so, we are all in it. All of us on the planet, we are all a part of these energies that are transpiring at this time. And I think sometimes to us, it can feel that we are alone, dealing with and traversing the energies that have been presented to us at this time for our particular learning and our particular evolutionary growth of our spirit, of our souls. But we are all in this learning phase, and we are all in the upward moving spiral. It is about soul ascension. And I think sometimes we forget that when we are feeling the restrictions that are coming along with these particular energies, the restrictions and the questions that come up in our minds for our own greater good and for the greater good of those around us. With the Aries energy, with Mars being in Aries, it's retrograde right now. And then the new moon in Aries, it would be an energy that would say normally, hey, let's go forward. Let's get it happening. Let's make it crack. That's normally the Aries energy. But, there's this desire to run forward. But Saturn is standing there saying, not yet. Not yet. It's not time to go yet. And it's very challenging. It's very challenging because, we would think, okay, I'm ready to go. But something inside, something in the deepest recesses of the mind, or something inside attached to the soul is saying, be still. It goes back to that scripture, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. And, that is indeed what the universe is saying. Be still and know that I am God. And in that knowing that I am safe, I trust. You have no other opportunity. No other option but to trust. Because if we push forward, the question is, are we pushing forward out of fear? It would have to be out of fear, because the energies that are surrounding us at this time are not supportive of pushing forward and making it happen and making magic happen, and I gotta go do it, I gotta go get it. The energy doesn't support that. The energy supports be still and know that I am God. And any type of pressing forward and pushing forward against peace, because there is a peace that comes along with moving forward when the energy is supportive. But if there is a pressing forward out of fear, then there will be a reset. There will be a reset afterwards. Meaning that all that you gained out of just pressing forward out of fear of failure, um, fear of being still, fear of trusting the unknown, has a tendency to be reversed, has a tendency in time not to have the end result or end goal that we look for, that we want to see. We want to see something that has longevity. We want to see something that has the Saturnian support, which builds something that can stand the test of time. But as the energies are right now, it is such that we are being called to this place of deep introspection. We are being called to this place of deep trust in our connection to the universe, to a loving universe. Our connection to what is perceived as time, to what is perceived as time. As we live in this three-dimensional realm that we see with our eyes, we something within us, if we are still, something within us tells us, wisdom's voice speaks and says, there is something so much more if we just trust, if we stop resisting trust, if we can come into a place of emotional relaxation and peace and acceptance of what is, then the energies will pass over us. They will move on. And as they do, we will be the wiser for it. We will be more mature. We will be more seasoned. We will be stronger. We will have a greater ability to stand in our purpose, to stand in our strength. And at this time, accepting that we don't have all of the answers, which can be nerve-wracking to those who love to have all of the answers. But it is time for us to move into a place right now in this season, which is contrary to what we would normally be doing with energies in Aries. But it would behoove us to embrace a more Pisceanized energy at this time, because that's what is really required at this time. This ability to relax into the unknown with the trust, to be able to fall back and perceive that we are part of something way bigger. And what is happening right now is, changing the matrix The programming of the matrix is being changed, is being altered. And it includes our individual programming. All of it is being reprogrammed at this time. And in that, we wait out the birthing process. I remember I have 4 children, and I remember being in labor with all of them. And I remember like, okay, you go in there into the hospital, and as you are preparing to give birth, you're being monitored, and you want to push, you want to go ahead and get it over with, but you cannot push until it's time. You have to wait until the process is complete. You have to wait until the body has worked through all of the systems that it needs to work through in order for you to deliver that baby. And you have to wait and rest and go through the contractions and go through the processes in order to be able to deliver or manifest that which you have wanted. But you cannot do it prematurely. If you do it prematurely, it can abort the baby that you have been carrying. And of course, as I speak to you today, I speak to myself. I speak to myself the truth of the situation, that we have a responsibility and we have a privilege to be able to allow our spirits to rest and to trust. Because anything that you create out of fear will not have the energy, a supportive energy that will deliver a healthy baby, that will deliver or manifest the dreams in the way that you want them to be delivered. Because if you are moving out of fear and anxiety, the actions that you take will not be associated with wisdom. More times than not, it will be associated with a lower vibrating energy that will not yield the highest results. And you find yourself set back another year, set back another 2 years. But if we flow with the energies of these squares right now, and we have a couple of months to be in this place of trusting in the unknowing and to hold our peace as best we can, and doing what we can do, going to nature, going for walks, and being with the water and being with the incense, and doing the things that we can, entering into prayer and meditation, so that we can remain in a place of peace and stillness, so that we can flow with the energies. And when we come out on the other side, we will not have sabotaged ourselves based on what it is that we see with the visible eyes, as opposed to trusting that all things are working together for our good, as the scriptures say, and to trust that we are a part of a loving universe, and that ultimately, when all of the smoke clears, we will be standing on our feet and celebrating the fact that we made wise decisions when we were tempted to make rash and foolish decisions. I thank you so much for listening. My name is Lateesha with Soul Spread Wisdom, and I say Ase 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 O. May peace and rest and joy and love surround you and be with you in this time. I will talk to you later.